A wheel cleaner that has an iron remover built into it, smells good too. Ethos Car Care Wheel Cleaner Plus. This stuff's pretty good. I've already played with it, but I'll tell you right now, we're not gonna take it easy on you. We're gonna be testing all this stuff right here, top to bottom. We'll be fair though, but none of that bull crap. You know what I mean when I say bull crap. All right, without any further delay, let's see this stuff in action. Yeah. Thank you to everybody that came over to my other channel to support the carnivore diet and all the other things I do in my life. I'll leave links down there again. I appreciate it. Let's get going. So here's the before. It's about a month worth of driving around in the pouring rain, road grime, film, brake dust, you name it. The application is kind of an important process. How easy is it to put on? This is not the best trigger sprayer in the planet, but it does an okay job. Sprays it around nicely, put some nice foam on. It's not great, but it's decent. You could easily get more foam if you put it into a foam sprayer or even a foam cannon, even though that would dilute it. But I gotta actually spray some on the discs to get some sort of indicator, because the Tesla just doesn't have a lot of brake dust. You don't use the brakes much, but there's that telltale red iron remover that tells you that it's breaking it down, knocking the edges off, getting it ready to agitate so that we can remove it safely from the clear coat on these wheels and everything else. So that's kind of cool. That's all fine and dandy. Will it clean? Will it clean? It's a pH neutral cleaner, so it's gonna be safe on most wheels, which is good. It's gonna be easy to put on. You don't have to worry about that etching, anything like that. But it's not gonna have the teeth of the stronger alkaline cleaners or acid wheel cleaners, but they have their consequences too. So cleaning is kind of a relative term. If it's maintenance cleaning, I'm excited to use this sort of thing. If it's an old farm truck, you may need more teeth. But let's see it. So after letting it dwell for a few minutes, I'm agitating with these new wheel brushes that I got. I'm not super sold on these. I like my old ones, but it's able to get up under the spokes well, and you can see it just kind of ripping that road grime right off of there. Again, it's not an acid cleaner, it's not an alkaline cleaner, it's pH neutral, so it's doing a pretty good job with just the detergents that it has in it. That's pretty cool. And this face tool brush, again, not my favorite in the planet, but it's decent. I like it. I want to give it more of a chance. I like my original one that I've been using for years, of course. That's why I still have it here. But this one does do a pretty nice job. And the product's spreading around nice. And the more I agitate it, the more it's foaming up. So I'm happy to see that there's some good foam action, which will give you that good slickness. And you know the product's on there and it's cleaning. And there you can see some more of that red telltale iron remover poking its nose out, even though, again, these wheels just aren't that covered with brake dust. But there it is. It looks good. And all in all, it did a pretty good job cleaning. Like I said, pH neutral equals maintenance wash. It's going to cut into that iron and help out with the brake dust, but not farm truck. Not old car that's just absolutely destroyed wheels. You're gonna have to move into an acid cleaner or a alkaline cleaner, your choice. But be careful with those cleaners. Everybody thinks, oh, how well does it clean? Cleaning comes at a cost when you etch your wheels all up. So just keep that in mind. Use the right product for the right job. And I always like to follow up with my boar's hair brush and really get down in those nooks and crannies and make sure we break down all that grime. Spray a little bit onto the brush, work it around, make sure it's well lubricated. This isn't the softest bristle in the world, but it does agitate that brake dust well. Breaks up that loose dirt. You can see me kind of getting in all those hard to reach areas, back around the brake rotors and the disc brake caliper areas, and really agitating, trying to break all that dirt down. Now it's time to give it a good rinse. We're going to use the Krenzel pressure washer and really see if this stuff just falls right off the wheel or is it going to be problematic. And there it is, that 40-degree fan. It's just blowing it clean, super easy. No real residue left behind. So far, I'm really liking this stuff. And it's always fun to use this pressure washer any chance I get, man. I can't emphasize enough. For everybody out there struggling with a typical electric pressure washer, check out some of my videos with the wall mounted, and there's a lot of other people that do them too. But check one out and really consider putting one on your wall. If you can afford it and you have the space, it's gonna change your life, I promise. So the Wheel Cleaner Plus is only for the wheels, so we got to come up with another solution for the tires. And here I have all my favorite all-purpose cleaners. Of course, DIY Details is one of my all-time favorites. Koch Chemie, man, I know it. Koch Chemie, all this other crap. I don't care. It's Koch Chemie to me. That's what I call it. And then we got the Ethos APC, Super APC. And man, these guys tend to put a lot of effort into the smell. So I'm going to bring it to you right here. This is the all-purpose cleaner. And man, that smells really good for an all-purpose cleaner, man. So if you're into the smell, here we go. 5-to-1 on the tires. We'll spray it around pretty hardcore. I don't want to be skimpy on this. This dilutes down and it's cheap. And we'll agitate it in with the tire brush. Again, I got my favorites, old favorites, new favorites. I'll leave links to all that down in the description. And it's time to rinse it off. And look at that black stuff coming off of there. That stuff is nasty. We'll use my favorite air dryer. Now this is great when you want to do a touch-free drying on your wheels. Can't beat it. It's awesome. Great for motorcycles, small stuff. Wheels is where I use it the most, but it's awesome. Has a nice warm air coming out of it for all you people in those cold areas. Warm your hands up on it. Can't argue with that. Now that we have everything all cleaned up and looking amazing, we got to put some tire shine on there. So the Ethos Graphene Tire Shine, I'm going to give that a try. Graphene, I know it's that catchphrase. Everybody's into it. Some people say it's nothing. Some people swear by it. I'm going to put it to the test and see how it does. So I'll put some on to the applicator. I like these small applicators for low profile tires. It's great. Goes on really easy. Wipes around. It's feeling kind of buttery. No problem here applying, and it's spreading nicely. Work that edge so you get an even shine. Do a second pass on it to fill in any gaps and knock it down the way you like it. Follow up with your black microfiber towel. Black equals wheels and tires for me. I don't want to mix these up because I don't want to use something that could potentially be contaminated with brake dust on my paint and scratch and tear it all to heck. You know what I'm talking about. And also you can use the black microfiber towel to do a pass around the wheels if you want to try to knock some of that shine down after you apply it. If you're more of a matte finish or dull kind of new look, that's helpful to do that also. And wow, they look amazing. Look at that. Nice, good shine on the tires. Rims are really clean. There is a little bit of dirt hiding behind the spokes because these haven't been cleaned really good for a really long time. So I think that the pH neutral soap did an unbelievable job, and to get down in there and get any more out of those nooks and crannies, I would have to bring it up a little bit with a little bit of alkaline cleaner or something like that. So all in all, I think the rims look fantastic. Good job. But it's time to hear the grading. That's what everybody's here for. How did we score this? And by the way, when I start this grading process, it's my opinion. You're entitled to yours too. And I want you to leave that opinion down in the description. Tell me what you think and tell me how you would have graded it. That'd be kind of fun to go back and forth on that. So here's another peek at that list that we're going to be looking at. Let's first start with the price. Ethos Wheel Cleaner Plus checking in at $59.95 on sale right now for a gallon. That's a pretty good deal considering it smells good, works good, and has that iron remover built in it. You're going to see that common theme with the iron remover. It just costs a bit more money. The next closest competitor is Armor Wheel Cleaner, and you guys, you know that they make good stuff, and they're checking in right now at $69.99, and that's a good product also, and it has that iron remover in it. So again, it's a little bit more pricey. And now we got the Adams Wheel and Tire Cleaner. This is one of my all-time favorites. It does have some teeth though. It could etch your wheels if you went on something really delicate. It's checking in at $39.99 and it doesn't have the iron remover in it. So again, pick your battles. And now we got the P&S Brake Buster. Another one of my all-time long-lasting favorites. $30.75 a gallon, and it's well worth the money all day long. But no iron remover in it, so you're going to see that common theme. Iron remover equals more money. That's just the bottom line on this. So what we have here is we have a 3 with the price. It's a little bit more costly. There's other options out there that are cheaper, but you get what you pay for with this. I'm going to give it a nice strong average 3. Next up, it's the scent. I know this bothers some of you. I like the way stuff smells. If you don't, then don't smell your stuff. And always be careful when you're smelling chemicals though. But here we go. This is one of my favorite things about this product. You can smell that tiny bit of iron remover in it, but man, I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of iron removers and they stink like rotten eggs, sulfur. This has a little dot of it in there, but overall, it's very pleasant. You're gonna be surprised when you smell this. I feel like that's one of the coolest things about it. It's got the iron remover, great wheel cleaning detergents. And look at that, it's easy to smell. That's a 5. Next, we're gonna be looking at that foam. You know I'm a fan of the foam. And what does that mean? I mean, everybody's like, well, you don't need any foam on there. But foam equals product is on there. It equals lubrication and it equals longer dwell times. If it's paper thin and it just sheets right off, it's going to dry quick too, and we don't want it drying on the wheels. So here I am. I'm looking at the foam here. It's not amazing because I'm doing it out of this pump trigger sprayer here. And if you wanted more foam, I would go with something like an IK foam sprayer. You could even go in the foam cannon like I like to do, but it's going to dilute it. And I still got to see how that works. I don't really want it diluted. We want to spray this on a dry wheel and 100% too also, but I'll play with the dilutions here in the future and we'll see how it goes. You get a 4. It's decent. Is it insane? No, not really, not given the circumstances here, but it's pretty darn good. I like it. 4. Next up, lubricity. How slick is it on the paint? I have to say, it did pretty good. As I'm working it around on the wheels, it felt really slick. It wasn't catchy, wasn't grabby whatsoever. It was cleaning well while it was slipping and sliding all over the place. That's a good thing. That's a 4. Cleaning ability. That's why we buy this stuff, to clean the wheels. So I want it to clean well. But again, before we even start talking about this, I just want to reiterate the fact that if you have an incredibly dirty, hammered wheel, you may have to move to alkaline or acid cleaners to get it off of there. But this is a pretty strong pH neutral wheel cleaner here, so it's going to dig into that stuff. But you can't really judge it based on, against an acid cleaner or alkaline cleaner. pH neutral, safe on all wheels, that's huge, and it does a darn good job doing it with that iron remover. I know you're sick of hearing about the iron remover, but that's what sets it apart from the others. Great smelling, iron remover in it, good strong cleaning. So let's take a peek at it on these wheels. You can see me agitating it around, and all just normal wear and tear style dirt that collected on these wheels is just peeling right off, actually. I gotta say, it cleaned much better than I was expecting it to clean. Again, we had that small amount that was under the spokes that had been there for a very long time. I'm gonna have to come back and hit that with something a little stronger. But overall, I'll tell you what, it cleaned really well. That's a 4. You got it. 4, buddy, right there. 4. Tell me what you think down below. What are you looking for in a cleaner when it comes to these scores? I'm interested. Ease of use is huge. That's what it's all about also. How easy is it to use? It sprayed on nicely. It did its job with the iron remover, indicating the brake dust, whether it's on there or not. It was easily agitated off of the wheel, and then it rinsed super clean with no problem whatsoever. So all in all, I gotta say, ease of use, that's a 5, man. That's a 5. That's a good rating right there. Ease of use is good. All in all, I think that the Ethos Wheel Cleaner Plus is a great product. They've upped their formula. They're trying to make good products for people, and that's awesome. So it's going to get the... Man, that stuff is awesome, and I'm pretty stoked about it. Also, come on over to the website, get those bucket stickers for the summertime, so you got that Hawaii tropical vibe. Subscribe to the channel, of course, I want you over there. Stop over my new channel if you want some action, you want to get ripped, you want to see all the other things I do in my life. That would be awesome, and I'll see you on the next one. Yeah.